Hi, this is Bob Labbe again. We just returned from the Legends Golf Club after the outdoor practice round. Hope that y'all viewed that, but if you didn't, this whole practice round is about uh, lag putting, quantifying lag putting so that you can accurately putt distances to cause you to play a better game of golf. And so I'm here today. This is what I do in the winter months. This is my downstairs basement in my home, and I have some closely cropped carpet here that is very similar to putting greens. And what I do in the winter to keep my game sharp because it's too cold to play golf in St. Louis, uh, I keep my putting as sharply tuned as possible so that when I go out in the spring to play golf, my scores are pretty good until I get the rest of my game good again. So with that said, I wanted to show you what I do when the tools I use in the practice at home. First of all, as I showed you in the video on the golf course, this is a stimp meter. And I can determine the speed of my carpet with my stimp meter. And that tells me how fast my carpet is. And then I have a yardstick here, and the purpose of this yardstick is to measure off the distance that I stride on the golf course. Now I'm 6 foot tall, and my normal walking stride is between 30 and 32 inches. But on the golf course, I stride a yard so that I know exactly the distance I am from the hole, and I don't have to use my rangefinder. So that's the purpose of this yardstick. And then we have the 3 balls. We have the 12-inch ruler, or 30 centimeter ruler if you're in the metric system. And the other tool I use down here, which is different, it's a engineer scale or an architect scale. And in the way it's setting right there, I can only see the incremental markings of inches and centimeters on this side. So when I'm putting the ball from this side, I can't see the markings on that engineer scale. And that's why the ruler's behind it. So when you first try to practice this approach to lag putting, you use the ruler, get your distances right, 1 through 12 inches, and then you take the ruler away and you use only the engineer's scale. And when you retract your putter here, you'll see that you're 6 inches, you can look over and see it. But you want to be able to visualize the increments of inches or centimeters when you're on the golf course, and you're not going to have a ruler or a scale with you. So with that said, let me start out by demonstrating the stimp meter again very quickly. I'm going to take it through this 3-foot marking. Now, all of these painter tapes are marked off on yard distances, and I've done that for the purpose of getting my stride properly. And you'll note that I'm walking a yard stride all the way down the line. And that's another training process, but I stride a yard on the golf course all the time anyway. So with that said, I'm going to put this stimp meter at the 3-foot mark. I'm going to put the ball in the notch, and we're going to let by gravity, let that ball go down the thing and let it travel to see how fast this carpet is. And you'll notice all 3 balls traveled distance, and we marched 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But we're at the third, so this is 12 feet. So the stimp meter reading of my carpet is 12. And there is a correlation between the stimp meter reading and your individual power factor that we talked about on the golf course, and we'll talk about again right now. But as we said on the golf course, your individual power factor, as I define it, is the rocking of your shoulders and the removal of the putter from the ball. And that gives you your unique but individual power factor We don't want to baby the putter. We don't want to muscle up on the putter. We want to consistently stroke the ball with our individual power factor. If you're further away, you just retract your putter further back and use your same individual power factor. And one of the things about this method that I think you'll find, when you're putting a putt that's short, like I will demonstrate 3 retractions here, 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. And I know, having practiced on this carpet many, many times, that my individual power factor for this carpet is 11 feet per inch of retraction. And that last painter's tape down there is exactly 33 feet. So my objective is to get into that realm of the archway there and close to that 33. If it touches the baseboard, that's okay, because that's 33 foot 6 inches. So I'll give you my first putt now using a 3 inch retraction. And you'll see that all 3 of those balls traveled approximately 33 feet, or 11 feet per 1 inch of putter retraction. None of them hit the board, so that was good. And note, if this was the hole, the objective of our putting scheme is to get within a 3 or 5 foot radius of the putting hole. That almost assures us a 2 putt every time. And that's another thing that's important about this method of putting, is if you use this long distance method of putting or my quantitative method of putting, then all you have to practice is 3 and 5 foot putts, because the rest of them are quantified by using this putting by the numbers method. So now the last, I'd like to show you how linear this putting scheme is, because I'm going to hit a ball with a 2 inch retraction now. Traveled just beyond the 21 foot marker there, and that's well within our tolerance. Okay. All right, now we're going to hit with a 1 inch retraction. And again, what I want to repeat, this is putting by the numbers. It's a quantitative method of lag putting to produce accuracy, repeatability, and reproducibility. And I think that if you use this method, it'll work for you like it's worked for me. I've dropped my putting from 36 to 44 putts a round on an 18-hole round to between 28 and 32 putts because of this quantitative lag putting. I want to thank you for your time, and I hope you watch the other video that we filmed on the Legends Golf Course.